Back with another trade recap. Bit late today because I woke up really early and I was really sleepy during market open and I went back to bed. Not proud of that, but at the same time, I just woke up way too early. Anyways, going into the market, I was bullish, right? I want to see what we've done so far this week, right? Monday opened up right here. We have this new week opening gap. We trade lower and we trade higher. Market opens on Monday and we expand higher aggressively. I wanted to see market open, go a little bit lower, and keep expanding higher. We had perfect targets up top. Didn't really see any needs for us to go any lower. The lowest I wanted to see us go is into this 1 hour gap, but I honestly thought that that was not very necessary. And so we all know what happened. Market open and we dump to this 1 hour gap. Shit, no retracements, no nothing. So yeah, it's really tough having a bullish bias on a day like this. We go to a 15-minute gap and respect it, and we just keep dumping. Not really much more to go over here. And I'm really curious to see that, like, if we're gonna take Monday's low and keep going lower or not. But I mean, this is insane. Like the daily candle, just like that. We've just been stuck in this range for so long, which is okay. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it makes for days like this where I get faked out. We take sell side and we go up heavy. We should be bullish for the rest of the week, and I got faked out, and I lost a shit ton of money. Right? I'm gonna get into my executions. So, right, marker opens over here. I'm gonna pull up ES for this because I think that that will help. That will help a little bit with why I took the trade. Some bullshit. Anyways, right, market opens up and we dump lower. Again, I have a bullish bias, and at this point, we just took out some sell side liquidity. And at this point, NQ is in the 4 hour gap, right? Let's look at the 4 hour gap. My entry was right here, right? So NQ was in the 4 hour gap. And I tried to long because I was like, I'm going to try to long. Like, we went down, we inversed this gap, and I have a bullish bias. I have the narrative going for me. And at the same time that I entered the trade at 9:49, let's look at what ES was doing. 9:49 is the same thing, but ES was not as bearish at all. NQ was dumping lower. ES was kind of doing its own thing, right? So this looks pretty good. And so I was thinking about waiting though. I was thinking about waiting until we get the CIST, which is in hindsight what I should have done. And it's not because of anything. It's because it's what I usually do. Because I don't like this idea of liquidity sweep, inverse value gap, enter. Even though I have the narrative down and everything and the intermarket analysis, I still think that a CISD is like worth waiting for. I could have done two things here. I could have entered with one contract, or I could have waited for the CISD. Instead, I entered with two contracts, and I lost $200 on this trade, which was rough. Today I lost 1264. So yeah, I got stopped out within 2 minutes, within a minute and a half, which is like the worst feeling, bro. That's the worst feeling ever. Um. Anyways, market continued going lower. We started chopping, and now it's 10:56. So I'm expecting some type of retracement, dude. We've been dumping since 9:30 to 10:50. It's been an hour and 20 minutes, and all we've done is dump. I'm expecting a retracement, but this is not a good trade. I just wanted to make my money back. I'm gonna be honest. Like up here, I didn't really break a rule, but I pretty much like kind of did. I didn't break a rule, which is very important, right? But for the future, I'm gonna try to wait for the CISD depending on this situation. Here is the same case, really. I didn't break a rule. I waited for a CISD closure above, which we got that right here, right? We close. I guess. Matter of fact, this is not a CISD. This is your breaker. Big ass breaker. But this is your breaker. The CISD is actually all the way down here. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I entered because I wanted to see some type of retracement, but really this wasn't a good play because it was a 50-50 play, right? We could have kept dumping lower, which is what we did, because we like tapped into some 15 minutes down here. This is the second trade. We tap into this 15-minute and we respect it. We tap into probably like a 30. We don't tap into a 30, but it was two-sided narrative. It was really a retracement play after we dumped so much. Not proud of that trade. Only lost 100 on that trade across each account. not really my best day. It's a really hard day to have the wrong bias. But when days like this happen and I have the right bias, that's when I gotta be like capitalizing on this. You know what I mean? Anyways, getting into my journal, I gave myself a 6, which is okay. So I set out a bullish bias going in, as supported by the weekly power of 3. Market opens, dumps lower, offering barely any retracements. Completely inverses yesterday's up move. Now is near Monday's protected low. Right? I wanted to see this low. Um, I wanted to see Monday's low stay protected, stay intact. There's no reason for us to come down here, right? Monday opens, we push down and we move up higher. So we have a protected low on the weekly candle, right? Think about the weekly candle. Anyways, yeah, my bias was just wrong. So I said 2 losses, both slightly avoidable. First was a price time inverse gap on a bullish bias. With heavy intermarket analysis, I almost waited for the CISD, which would have guaranteed a higher probability trade. Second trade was unnecessary. It was 50-50. No real negative, up or down, longing towards unfilled gap. Not proud of the performance today. It really could have been better, but I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. Something that I love about myself lately is that I'm not letting these days affect me, right? As long as I follow my rules, I know I'll be profitable. And I really hope I didn't show anything bad. I'm going to do this later because I don't really want to cut this. What did anything? Yeah, I don't see anything bad. Okay. But yeah, I'm really not letting these negative days affect my mood as much anymore, which is chill. Yeah, but took a nap, so I have so much to do today. So much to do today, and I took that nap, and it's now 12, and I have a headache, and I don't know how I'm gonna push through this day, but I'm gonna push through this day. Um, Hoping for a good rest of the week. I was break even on the month, but then I took that last trade, and now I'm getting fucked on the month, which is chill. I'm up 3 bands last month. I didn't even notice this. I calculated it today. I made 3 bands, but I had bad days right here before I started journaling, so I'm breaking even on the accounts really. Anyways, hoping for a good month. For sure, it's gonna be a good month. And I don't know. I don't think I have to say anything else. Listen to this song. I just want you for the night, one night.